Hello, my name is Leigh Campbell. I'm the co-chairperson of the Learning Difficulties Partnership Board. I work for South Gloucestershire Council, and as part of my role, I help monitor and visit organisations that support people with learning difficulties which have had money from South Gloucestershire Council. Over the past number of years, I have visited a lot of organisations across South Gloucestershire and know the really valuable work that they do in supporting people like me who have learning difficulties. It is very sad that so much of this good work has come to a sudden stop during the COVID-19 crisis. We know that changes to these and other services for people with learning difficulties have meant people have not been able to do the things they usually do. This has meant that people with learning difficulties have been particularly affected by isolation, with many people being cut off from their normal circle of friends and family. The only option for lots of people has been to stay at home for long periods of time. I want to send you all a message of encouragement. The COVID-19 crisis will come to an end, and with a successful vaccine, and life will return to normal. We look forward to the time when we can meet up once again and freely and socialize with our friends and family. Meanwhile, there are still hard days to come where we must try to protect ourselves and our colleagues and be determined to stay safe and well.
Hello, my name is Councillor Ben Stokes and I'm the co-chair of the Learning Difficulties Partnership Board with Leigh. I'm also the lead member for adults and public health at South Gloucestershire Council. I wanted to take a moment to highlight some of the things that we at the Council have been doing to try and keep services going during the crisis and what we might expect going forward. We absolutely recognise that these have been a very tough few months for a lot of people. Individuals with the support of carers and our partners who have been providing day services have all done so much and have tried so hard to keep us going during the lockdown and beyond. I know it's been hard, but in saying a real well done to all of you, I also wanted to ask you to bear with us. Some of the providers of services have been supporting service users during lockdown with one-to-one support instead of in group settings. Those providers are just as keen as Leigh and myself to start up again, and as soon as it's safe to do so, we will do our best to get everything back to normal. But we do know that not all of the venues, like leisure centres, community centres and care homes, will be able to go entirely back to the way things were, even as we start to reopen things up. And we may need to continue to do things differently for a time, so that support and activities can be provided in a safe way. As the rules and guidance from government and public health experts change, the Council will work with all our partners and the service providers to make sure things can start safely again. And we'll let you know about what's going on and when things are reopening and how they'll be different just as soon as we can. So for the moment, we do know that services are very unlikely to be able to offer places to the same number of people as they have in the past, while we have to work with social distancing, for example. We also know that not everyone is going to feel comfortable about coming back to use those services straight away. But what we can say with certainty is that myself and Leigh and the council will keep working hard to make sure you can get back to doing as much as possible, as soon as possible, and as safely as possible. Where services need to change, we'll talk to you about that. And Leigh and I and the rest of the Learning Difficulties Partnership Board will continue to look at ways to keep making things better as we move on from COVID-19. I would encourage you to look up our website on the South Gloucestershire Council website and keep updated with the activity of the Partnership Board. Thank you for listening.